Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moment. Lately, the ARMY world has been buzzing with heated speculation about an alleged fight between Jimin and Jungkook. It all started with an Instagram post from Jimin showing a dinner moment with the BTS members, without Jungkook's presence. Rumors immediately exploded, ranging from wild theories about a breakup to suspicions involving other members. But, are they really drifting apart? Or is there actually a much sweeter story behind all of this? Recently, some people have begun speculating about a supposed argument between Jimin and Jungkook, based on events over the past few days. Jimin uploaded several photos on his Instagram account showing a dinner with the other BTS members. Everyone is visible in those photos, except Jungkook. We know, for example, that Jin is busy with his concert, so his absence is understandable. But what about Jungkook? Most likely, he was traveling for his own schedule. Many have asked, but didn't I see him at the airport? The answer is simple. The members often use private jets to avoid being photographed by media or fans. Yesterday, there was even a comment claiming Jungkook wasn't in the photos because he was traveling with Taehyung. Honestly, that theory makes me think some people really live in another universe, especially since Taehyung actually appeared in Jimin's post. So, what are they trying to say? That Taehyung split himself in two to be in two places at once? Or that Jimin intentionally edited his photo? With people like this, anything is possible. I wouldn't even be surprised if someone claimed the Taehyung in the picture was actually a clone. That's why I always say, don't believe everything rumor spreaders tell you. They make up stories without thinking them through, often for ridiculous reasons. Even worse, rumors like these spread incredibly fast. Right now, for example, some believe Jikook has broken up just because Jimin didn't post a photo with Jungkook. But if you look at Jimin's Instagram, there are plenty of posts related to Jungkook. So why is this one post being used as proof of a breakup? Isn't it more logical to think Jimin was simply sharing a specific moment with the people who happened to be there with him at that time? Using that logic, Jimin's post doesn't confirm a breakup at all. It's simply a different slice of a different moment. The problem is, these people only see things from their own perspective, twist small details, and use them to fuel rumors without looking at the full information that's clearly available. We also shouldn't forget the many moments when Jungkook has shown that Jimin is always on his mind, as if it's impossible not to think about him. And this hasn't just happened once, it's a habit. A clear example is when Jungkook was in New York for his schedule. One night, he went to a restaurant and loved the food so much that he memorized all the ingredients. But not to make it for himself, but because, while enjoying that meal, he casually said, "Jimin would like this." He explained that he wanted to make that dish for Jimin. He said it so naturally, as if it were the most normal thing in the world to think of Jimin when finding something he enjoyed. This wasn't just a throwaway comment, it's part of who he is. Jungkook often mentions Jimin in unexpected situations, always looking for things Jimin might like. The fact that he was in another country, busy with a packed schedule, yet still thought about ways to spoil Jimin, is already deeply meaningful. If that's not a sign of deep affection and constant care, then what is? Even during military service, Jungkook still thought of Jimin. In a live broadcast after they finished their service, Jimin shared that Jungkook once cooked for him, not just any meal, but a dish tailored to Jimin's taste. Jimin also recalled that when he had to sleep in a self-propelled military vehicle, Jungkook came to bring him food. And not just any food. He chose and mixed ingredients he knew Jimin liked, so Jimin could feel comfortable even in a harsh environment. That's not just politeness, it's intentional care, an effort to provide comfort in tough times. In the midst of strict routines and military discipline, Jungkook still found ways to show his affection. If that's not proof of constantly thinking about and protecting someone, I don't know what is. The relationship between Jimin and Jungkook is truly extraordinary. Since returning from military service, their connection has seemed stronger than ever, not just as groupmates, but as two people with a genuine bond built through time, shared experiences, and support in important moments. One of the most memorable examples is when Jungkook talked about his trip to Tokyo with Jimin, their first trip just the two of them without other members or staff. This small detail actually holds great meaning. 2 years in the military didn't drive them apart, It brought them closer together and, in some ways, made them more intimate. The military routine, discipline, and long time away from their usual lives made them value their time together even more. The fact that they chose each other to get through that period shows this isn't a coincidence. They decided they wanted to spend that time with one another by their side. And after leaving the military, that bond didn't fade, it grew stronger. The Tokyo trip became an extension of their togetherness during service, sharing moments outside of work, far from the stage and media pressure, simply to enjoy each other's company. More than any rumor or speculation, this is the clearest proof that for Jimin and Jungkook, their relationship is something they want to protect, nurture, and strengthen, because they know they won't find a connection like this with anyone else. In the end, the photo without Jungkook isn't evidence of a breakup, it's just one fragment of a much bigger story. In fact, from New York to Tokyo, from military days to quiet moments off stage, Jungkook has consistently shown that Jimin is always in his heart. Rumors can twist reality, but the real moments they share, full of care, support, and togetherness, can't be faked. So, before believing gossip, remember, true bonds aren't measured by a single photo, but by all the memories they've built together. And for Jimin and Jungkook, that story is still unfolding.